Okay, we are live. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. It's Brando Linick here, coming to you from my home office up in Canada. And I've got a question here. This is going to be a quick Q&A type session. The question is how to quit my job and be a stay-at-home mom. Very simple, actually. It's a lot more simple than I think most people put it out there to be, because they look at traditional, conventional ways of actually staying at home, working a job at home as like a telemarketer, data, virtual assistant, and you can do those things. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you want control over the time that you have and you want to work from home, or you just want to be able to spend more time with your family, the best tip I can give you when it comes to actually quitting your job is being your own boss, all right? To give you kind of a perspective here and a lead here that you can run with, a year and a half ago, before I was able to build up a full-time income business on the internet, I was working 50 hours a week as a baker in a restaurant. I was doing that for 2.5 years. I didn't even imagine at the time that I'd be there for 2.5 years, but 2.5 years went by like clockwork, and all of a sudden I was celebrating my second anniversary at this restaurant, and I knew I needed to change. And previous to that point, because I knew that, I had been struggling with online business for about 2 years. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to really work it. And it was frustrating, 2.5 years of beating your head against the wall. I don't know if you can relate, but that's what I was doing, because my whole scheme was to be able to make enough money on the side of this job that I was working, to be able to quit, to be able to leave, to be able to take control of my life. And I knew there's people making money on the internet. I didn't know how. I didn't know the technical aspects of it, and nor did I want to learn anything technical, all right? I wanted to do it in a way where I didn't have to bug my friends and family. I wanted to do it in a way where I could have prosperity and abundance the more time that I put into the business. And after about 2.5 years and a couple months, all right, I was finally able to, after beating my head through a brick wall, finding someone in about summer of 2014. I found a mentor and a person who was building a business and income online. And this was a couple, all right? So this was a husband and wife. They had a little daughter who was just born, and they didn't have to put her through daycare. I mean, how cool is that? They didn't have to put their little girl through daycare. Well, people were out working. They were out traveling, all right? They were out exploring, going and living in countries for 6 to 12 months at a time because they felt like it. And they're able to do this because they're building a business on the internet. They're able to quit corporate America and actually be able to spend time with their family and have security and have happiness and give their family the lifestyle that they deserved without worrying about time, without worrying about money, all right, and what they can afford and what they can't afford. And because they didn't have to worry about those things and that wasn't a burden on them, that was so attractive to me, guys. What ended up happening was, it was like a wake-up call for me after I was struggling for 2.5 years building a broken business on the internet, that I modeled and copied them. 3 months later, I was able to save up enough money to quit my job and in turn create a full-time income business on the internet working part-time. Not average or typical results. I will be the first to tell you those aren't average or typical results, but if you want to quit your job and you want to be a stay-at-home mom, all right, but you want to be a stay-at-home mom that can provide a lifestyle for your son, for your daughter, all right, for your family, maybe even retire your husband, all right, whatever that passion and purpose is for you, you can do it, all right? I'm telling you, you can do it. I am a testimony, not of a mother, but of someone who's been able to quit my job and actually work from home, and not just from home, but be able to work in different locations wherever I want to, all right? And it wasn't until I found a mentor and I actually learned from them the principles of building a business online, how to actually do it, the mechanics of how to do it, and do it in a way where you can actually win your life back. I'm not talking about getting rich quick, but I'm talking about being able to provide a lifestyle for yourself, building an income, being your own boss. That is the best way to quit your job. That is the best way to leave a job and not have to worry about finances, not have to worry about, what you can afford and what you can't afford. Who wants to get by in life like that? I mean, it's so painful always trying to struggle with what you can afford and can't afford. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. So I hope you enjoyed this video. That's just my little viewpoint and review. And, if you want to learn how to get around the same community, the same mentor who shared this with me, who's been able to not put their daughter through daycare and travel for like 6 to 2 years at a time. It's crazy. And I say 6 months to 2 years at a time. And it's always off and on. They fluctuate. But if you want to learn how to do this, even at a small level, just to be able to create an income from home and stay at home with your kids more and your family more, then if you're coachable and trainable, you're willing to learn, connect with me on my site. I will put a link down below. I will personally connect with you there. And I'll see you guys on the beach of the world. Take care.